work in Internet Engineering from Cornell University.
Call is now being recorded.
And he has completed his bachelor's degree from Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering. He has around 14 years of software experience, and he is excelled in MySQL, PostgreSQL, XML, PHP, AppSpace, Tomcat, etc. He has 10 years of teaching experience as assistant professor at St. Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering. Presently, he is working as cloud software consultant in GM Software, Nagarcoil, India. He is an MVP in Alibaba Cloud with more 35 plus cloud certification and 2 associate certification in cloud computing and cloud security. He is now world top 3 writer of Alibaba Cloud in Quora. He is a founder of Alibaba Clouders India Virtual Forum and AWS Clouders India Virtual Forum, which provides training to cloud technologies. So this is about our introduction to our chief guest. Now I hand over the session to Mr. Gavaskar, sir. Before that, I welcome all the participants from different institutions for attending this webinar. Thank you all.
Good afternoon, all the participants. Thank you, madam, for introducing about me. First of all, I have to thank the college management for giving the opportunity to conduct the webinar on how to create virtual machine in Alibaba Cloud. Then I have to thank the convener of this webinar, Dr. Parvati, HOD of CSE department, the coordinator of the webinar, Mrs. D. Bettina Shirley, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Department, Mrs. Kiruba, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Department, Mr. Devendra Kumar, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Department. Finally, I would like to thank all the participants who have registered for the webinar on behalf of Alibaba Cloud. Good afternoon once again. So, good afternoon all of you once again. So today's webinar topic is building your first virtual machine using Alibaba Cloud. Myself, I am Gavaskar S. I am working as a MVP at Alibaba Cloud. You can contact me through the mail ID gavaskar@ringtalk.com. So the agenda for today's webinar is, first we are going to see what is virtualization and what is VM and what is hypervisor we are going to see. Then we are going to see about the traditional networking. What are the components present in traditional networking such as switches, routers, and then we are going to see what are the components present in virtual network, that is VPC. We will tell in Alibaba Cloud, the virtual network we tell as virtual private cloud. And we are going to see about the global infrastructure provided by the Alibaba Cloud. What are the different pricing models provided by Alibaba Cloud we are going to see. Then we are going to see a virtual machine that we will tell us elastic compute service in Alibaba Cloud. We are going to see in detail about that. Then we are going to see about Alibaba Cloud Academy. What are the different certifications provided by Alibaba Cloud we are going to see. Then we are going to see Alibaba Cloud for students. So Alibaba Cloud has come with some initiative for the students. Students can get free certification from Alibaba Cloud and they can get free e-learning from the Alibaba Cloud. That I am going to tell. Then finally, we are going to see how to create a student account in Alibaba Cloud and how to create a virtual machine, that is elastic compute service in Alibaba Cloud we are going to see. So first, we are going to see about virtualization. So I hope everyone know about virtualization. So virtualization is a computer architecture technology by which multiple virtual machines are created in a single hardware machine. That is, in a single physical machine, you are going to create a multiple machine. That we tell as virtualization. So what is the purpose of creating virtualization? First main purpose of virtualization is resource sharing. We are going to share the resource and resource utilization. These are the purpose of creating virtualization. Now you have to know other two terms you have to know here: virtual machine and hypervisor. So virtual machine is nothing but it is a guest machine which is installed in the host OS, that is the physical OS. We are going to install a new machine. That machine we will tell us virtual machine. And how we can install this machine, that's virtual machine in a physical machine, is by using a separate software. That software will tell us hypervisor or virtual machine monitor. So by using hypervisor or virtual machine monitor, what we can do is we can create a virtual machine in a host or physical machine. Now, this picture, this diagram clearly depicts about the difference between traditional and virtualized computers. Now we see here in traditional computer, you see you have to now think the scenario that you have to install two OS you have to install. So in a traditional computer, what you will do, you have to purchase two machines. In one machine you have to install Linux OS, and another machine you have to install Windows OS. So it is costlier. Okay, you have to purchase two machines for this. Now see, it's the same scenario. I am going to use a virtualization technology. What I am going to do is in the physical machine, I am going to install a hypervisor. Okay, I am going to add one more layer that is not mentioned in this diagram. I am going to have one more additional layer, that is virtualization layer, or I can tell as hypervisor. I am going to install a software named as hypervisor. It may be a Oracle VirtualBox or VMware Workstation. I am going to install that. And by using this hypervisor, what I am going to do is I am going to create some virtual machines. Now you see here single physical machine is there. In the single physical machine, you see two operating systems are present. And this two operating system is going to share the memory as well as the RAM of this other particular host physical machine or host physical machine. It is going to share. Okay, that you have to know here. Okay. Now, what are the benefits of virtualization? So, some benefits are there for virtualization. First one is we can run multiple OS simultaneously on the same hardware machine. That's nothing but we have seen the example in the diagram. We can run more than one OS in a single physical machine. We can run more than one OS. We can run. Then agility. We can move the operating system. That's by using image file. We can move the operating system as an image file from one physical machine to another physical machine. We can move that as a file. As we are moving a picture from one physical machine to another physical machine, we can move the operating system as an image from one physical machine to another physical machine. Now it is fault tolerance. If some fault occurs in the physical machine, the management software will identify it automatically and it will migrate the instance. It will migrate the operating system or virtual machine from one server to another server. Automatically it is done by some management software. Now another important advantage is cost efficiency. We need less physical server and pay less for your power bill, operation and maintenance. You see here, if you want to run 10 applications you want to run. You want to purchase a 10 system and you have to give a different power supply for the 10 system. It is costly for you. But see here, by using a single system, you can multiplex multiple virtual machine in a single physical machine, and so that you can reduce the power bill and operation and maintenance you can reduce. These are the benefits of virtualization. Now we are moving to the next topic, traditional LAN. Now I hope everyone know about the traditional LAN network. You may be familiar about this. In your colleges or in your home or in your schools, you may be using a traditional network. So in a traditional network, what are the components present? So first component is the physical machines will be there. It's not virtual machines. You have to know that it is a physical machines will be there. Servers will be there. Again, server is also physical machine. Physical switch will be there. So physical switch will be there. Router will be there. Okay. Now you have to know what are the usage of this router, switch, and physical machine. Okay. Now in the next slide, we can see what are the main usage of router and switch. Now moreover, firewall will be there. Firewall will be there for malicious website. If you want to block some malicious website, you can include the firewall also. Now see the switch. It is used for filtering and forwarding the data to the correct destination. Switch is more normally used in the LAN network for forwarding the packet to the correct destination. That's correct source. Then finally, router. So if you want to forward the traffic from one network to another network, that is, if you consider that in your college, two network is there. Then one network is present in computer science department, another network is present in the mechanical department. If you want to connect this two network, we will use router. Moreover, if you want to connect your network to the external internet, also you can use router. So that is the thing you have to know here. Okay, there's a difference between switch and router. Switch within the network, that is within the LAN network, we use switch. And if you want to connect two or more LAN network or your LAN network to the external internet, we can use router. I will read once again. It is used for routing the traffic from one network to another network. The two networks should be private or public. So the LAN network will tell us private network, and public network, internet network, we can tell us public network. Okay. Now this is a hardware, the traditional network component hardware. Left side you can see the switches. This is the switch, and right side you can see the router. Okay, this is in case of traditional networking. Now we are moving to the virtualized network. You see, in virtualized network, everything is virtualized. Your machine is virtualized, your router is virtualized, and your switch is also virtualized. So we will tell here the switch as vSwitch, and the router as vRouter. We will tell here. Now again, you see here, it is abstraction layer. Everything is abstracted. You cannot see physically. You cannot see physically the virtual machine. The machine you cannot see physically. The network you cannot see physically, and the router you cannot see physically. It's an abstract layer for you. Okay, so that the cloud providers will not make it visible for you. Okay, that you have to know. Moreover, here the network we are using is software-defined network we are using here. Everything is defined by a software. We did not want to interfere manually here. Now we are moving to another topic. That's virtual private cloud. First, we have learned already about LAN network. Okay, that's local area network. Same local area network, if you are going to create in any cloud service provider, we will tell that as a virtual private cloud. It's not a new tab. It is similar to the LAN network which you are going to create in your college or in your school or in your home. Okay, so VPC is a private network established in Alibaba Cloud. If I am going to create a network in a Alibaba Cloud, virtual network in Alibaba Cloud, that I will tell as virtual private cloud. Okay. So one more thing, it's logically isolated from each other. N number of VPCs will be created in a cloud service provider. Each one are separated logically by a tunnel ID. Each VPC will contain a different tunnel ID, and it is isolated and it is secured. Now what we can do is we can create some resources. The ECS, I already told that is elastic compute resource. It's a virtual machine we can create. Service load balancer is another one service we can create, and RDS, it is a database service. All these resources we can create inside the virtual private cloud. That's nothing but, if you have a LAN network, what you can do? You can connect a printer, you can connect your machine, you can connect your laptop, everything you can do. No, similar to this. If you are creating a VPC in a cloud provider, what you can do is you can connect all the resources. Okay. Now what are the components present in VPC? The same as LAN. You see, virtual switch is there. Router will be there, and routing table will be there. Everywhere we will use V. The word V is important here. With V switch, V router, and V routing table. So now this is an example of creating a virtual private cloud. We see here, I am going to create in this diagram, I am going to create a virtual private network. That is nothing but I am going to create a LAN network. Okay, traditional LAN network, but it is virtually I am going to create. I cannot see that. Virtual private cloud I am going to create in Mumbai region. Okay, Mumbai is one of the region which is present. Mumbai, our data centers, Alibaba Cloud data centers is present in Mumbai. So in Mumbai region, I am going to create one VPC. So here you see, using switch, I am going to connect two network. This is one of Zone A, and Zone A is another network. I am going to connect using switch V switch1 and V switch2. And these two network I am going to connect by using a router, V router. Okay. So these are the components, various components present in virtual private cloud. That is router, router and switches. That you have to know. Okay. Now, it is a vSwitch is a basic network device. In case of traditional, also the same definition you can have. That is connecting different cloud resources in VPC. If you want to connect any resource, we need a switch. Without switch, we cannot connect. Nowadays, we are using Wi-Fi. But if you want in a physical network, if you want to connect physically, we need switch. You can create cloud resource in VPC. You must specify the vSwitch to which the cloud resource is connected. That's nothing. That's it. You have to, if you are creating any resource, it may be ECS instance or RTS. If you are creating any instance, you have to attach that to the virtual vSwitch. Okay, without attaching this vSwitch, we cannot use that. Okay, then router. It will connect your network to the another network. If you have one VPC network is there, if you want to connect to other VPC network or to other internet, through internet, if you want to connect to internet, we can use a vRouter. vRouter we can use. Okay. So now this is another scenario. You see internet. I told already. If you want to connect your network, this is a VPC network. We are going to create a VPC network it's maybe in any cloud service provider. You are going to, it may be Alibaba Cloud, or it may be AWS, or it may be Google Cloud Platform. You are going to create a VPC. So it's a router. Using router only, you are going to connect your VPC with the internet. Okay, that's the important thing you have to know here. So by vSwitch, what we can do is we can connect the resources within the VPC. Within the VPC, we can connect by using vSwitch. And if you want to connect our resources to the external world, that is internet, we have to go for vRouter. So now we are moving to different cloud service providers available in the market. Different cloud service providers available in the market. I hope everyone may be familiar about this. So first cloud service provider, it is Amazon Web Service. Everyone knows AWS. So it is holding, according to the survey of the end of 2019, it is holding 47% of the market share in the cloud market. And Microsoft Azure, it is a Microsoft cloud service provider. It is the percentage, and Alibaba Cloud, the market share is 8%, and Google Cloud Platform, the market share for Google Cloud Platform in the global cloud market is 7%. That you have to know. Now we are moving to Alibaba Cloud. So what is Alibaba Cloud? It is a cloud computing company, and it's a subsidiary of Alibaba Group. It is a big group. It has many multi businesses are present for this group. It is a cloud computing company of this particular Alibaba Group company. Now it provides it is Alibaba Cloud's international operations are registered, and it is headquartered in Singapore. According to the Gartner, it is ranked #1 in Asia Pacific region and 5th in the world. Now we are moving to the global infrastructure. Okay, you can consider AWS, Alibaba Cloud. For all the cloud service providers, they have global infrastructures. So Alibaba Cloud's global infrastructure is contain regions and zones. Okay, now region refers to a physical node on the global scale. Okay, it is a physical node, physical locations in the global scale. We tell as a region. We can consider India, one of the region is present in Mumbai. Similarly, Alibaba Cloud contain 21 regions are present. Worldwide scale, 21 regions are present. And you have to know one more thing, each region contains multiple zones. Okay, so multiple zone is a data center. It's a multiple data centers are present. It's a rack of servers will be present, and each zone will have more than one availability zone. You have to know that more than one zones will be present. For providing high availability, more than one zones will be present in each and every regions, and each zones will have redundant power supply and network connection. Okay, multiple power supply and network connections will be present for each and every zones present in the region. So next diagram we can see clearly. So you see, this is one region, this is one region. Here three zones are there. Three zones are there. This region you consider as Mumbai, and this region you can consider as Singapore. Okay, so Mumbai region contain 3 zones are present in the region. So why we are providing multiple zones is to provide high availability. Okay, high availability. And here also 3 zones are present. Okay, so you have to know the difference between the zones and region. The region is a physical node in a global location, and zone is the data center or present in a region, in a particular region. Okay. So now we are moving to another slide, that is global infrastructure of Alibaba Cloud. It's a #1 market share in Asia Pacific region, as I mentioned already. Now totally 21 global regions are present. Okay, in totally 21 global regions are present. In this, one of the region is present in Mumbai, and 63 availability zone is there. Okay, you consider that each and every region will have minimum 2 availability zone will be there. Okay, only in Dubai, only 1 availability zone is there. All the other regions, 2 availability zone will be there. In Mumbai, 2 availability zone will be there. Now one more thing, 2,800 plus content delivery node is there. Now you have to know what is content delivery node. Now you think that you are going to create a live streaming application. You think that you are going to create a video streaming application. Okay, so your server is present in India. You think that your server is present in India. So your streaming details will be first sent to the Indian server. Then you think the scenario that you have more number of proximity users present in Singapore. More number of proximity users are present in Singapore, and your server is present in India. Now what you have to do? You have to provide seamless experience for the users who are present in Singapore. What you can do is you can purchase a content delivery node in Singapore, so that you can provide the seamless experience. Okay, the user can view the video in real time without any delay. You can see the video in Singapore. That is content delivery node. So 2,800 plus content delivery node is present in all over the world. That you have to know here. So now you have to know another one festival. CAM does Double 11 festival. Okay, I hope that everyone may hear about Big Billion Day in Flipkart. So what will happen in Big Billion Day on the Big Billion Day in Flipkart? More number of users will order the product. At a single second, no, more than thousands of requests will be processed by the server. Now similarly, one global festival is there. That name is named as Double 11 festival. Okay. So now this in Double 11 festival, for the Double 11 festival, the whole infrastructure is provided by Alibaba Cloud. All the servers, switches, everything is provided by Alibaba Cloud. And various scenarios achieved by this Double 11 festival are, it has processed 1 billion cross merchant value in 68 seconds. Within 68 seconds, 1 billion GMV is achieved. And 970 petabyte of data is processed. Totally, 970 petabyte of data is transferred for a particular single day. And you see, 5,44,000 orders are processed per second. You see the volume. Per second, 5,44,000 orders are processed. And 87 million requests processed per second. 87 million requests are processed per second. And machine translation is done for 1.66 billion times machine translation is done again in 21 languages. Okay, you see the power of Alibaba Cloud. All these infrastructures are running in Alibaba Cloud for Double 11 festival. Okay, now another thing you have to know in any cloud service provider. If you're going for any cloud service provider, you have to know different pricing models present in Alibaba in any cloud service provider. Similarly, for Alibaba Cloud, 3 different pricing models are present: pay-as-you-go model, subscription model, and pre-emptive model. What is pay-as-you-go model? So what in pay-as-you-go model, what you have to do is, whatever you are using, you have to pay for that. You did not want to pay for unused resources. So, and again, subscription model, you can subscribe the service. If you think a scenario that you are going to use a particular service, you think same thing, you are going to create a virtual machine and you are going to, for one year, you are going to use that. You think that scenario like that. So what you can do is, you can go for subscription model. Okay. So you can get the service for 1 year and you can use it. After that, you can close the service. Okay. Then pre-emptive instance. So some spare ACS instance which is present in Alibaba Cloud, they make it for acquisition. So what you can do is, you can avail that and you can use it for acquisition. Okay, you can use that. It's similar to acquisition. So it will be more less than pay-as-you-go model and subscription model. Okay. Now we are moving to another important service. That is our topic is creating virtual machine in Alibaba Cloud. We are going to create one virtual machine in Alibaba Cloud. How we can create is by using this service, Elastic Compute Service. This is a service used for creating a virtual machine in Alibaba Cloud. You see, the easiest instance, a virtual computing environment, including CPU, memory, and other fundamental computing components. It's a virtual environment for creating a virtual machine. Okay, it is essentially a virtual machine created in any region present value. It is nothing but it is a virtual machine. Okay, it's a virtual machine. It contains CPU, memory, and all the other components. And we can create this virtual machine in any of the region. I told that already. 21 regions are present in Alibaba Cloud. In any other region, you can create a virtual machine. And what you can do is, in this virtual machine, you can install any of the OS. If you are familiar with Linux OS, you can install Linux OS. If you are familiar with Windows OS, you can install Windows OS. Now we can see the demo. In that demo, I will be installing Linux OS. Now, you can create instance based on use case. You think that you need only 40 GB of storage, you can do that. You think that if you have more number of files are there, then if you want 100 GB storage, you can do that. Okay. And once you are creating, what you can do is, you can upgrade or you can reconfigure the RAM capacity and the storage capacity which you have created. Now it has network interface and IP address. I told that it consists of virtual switch will be there, virtual router will be there, and IP address will be there. Okay, it's similar to the traditional machine. It contains virtual switch and as well as router, but it is not visible. It cannot be. It is abstraction layer. We can tell. So it is not visible to the user. Okay. And one more, the next important thing you know here is the Elastic Compute Service or the virtual machine. It contains one public address will be there and one private address will be there. Okay. So one public address for accessing this is virtual machine from outside. Okay, that I will explain in the demo clearly. One private address, if you want to access within the VPC, we will use private address. Okay, that's nothing but in our college. You can see in the scenario. You can compare the scenario in our college or in our schools. No, you see, so a particular system contains private address. It is in the LAN, no private address will be there. Okay, so that's the scenario you have to remember. Then security is done by using security group. Security group is there. By using that, we can control the security. Okay, then payment, it will support pay-as-you-go model and subscription model. And it lowers operation and maintenance cost. You see, by using virtual machine, so one of the main advantages, you did not want to do operation and maintenance. It will be done by the cloud service provider. Okay, you did not want to do the operation and maintenance. The cost will be reduced. Nowadays, most of the companies, they are shifting their workloads from on-premise cloud to the public cloud. The reason is this: operation and maintenance cost will be reduced, and it provide automatic backup. Okay, automatic backup as well as manual backup, both is there supported. So that's nothing but here what we can do is we can create snapshot at frequent interval. We can create snapshot, and what we can do is we can back up this snapshot at any time. We can do. So it will support both manual backup and automated backup. We can set the time at which we get to take the backup, everything, and we can restore the backup also. That is also supported in ECS systems. Now you have to know about marketplace. So now you think the scenario that you have to install a WordPress application. You have to install the WordPress application in your machine. You think a physical scenario, physical machine. So what you have to do first? What you have to do? The choice one is what? You have to download SAM server, or if you are using Linux, you can download LAMP server, LAMP stack. Then you have to install the LAMP stack. Then you have to install PHP. Then you have to install MySQL. Then you have to configure MySQL. Then what you have to do? You have to download WordPress from www.wordpress.org. Then you have to configure the WordPress with the MySQL, and then you have to install the WordPress. Okay, this is the process. Now, what we can do is by using Marketplace, predefined images will be there, by which the WordPress is installed already in the predefined image. So what you can do is you can use that image from the Marketplace and a WordPress application. Okay. Else it will take more than 10 to 20 minutes. You have to install WordPress, and you have to install, prior to that, you have to install the LAMP stack. But here you see, by using third-party marketplace third-party image from the marketplace, you can create a web application by using WordPress within 5 minutes. Okay, so that is marketplace. Marketplace is used to set up software from third-party vendor. It is installed in all the regions of Alibaba. In all the regions, marketplace is there. Okay, you can find free images. Some images are free, and some other you have to pay. I think in case of WordPress, it is free for you. So you can freely avail that image from the marketplace, and you can use that. You can install in your virtual machine. Okay, we can install this image from Alibaba Cloud Market. That is nothing but we can install this image from the Alibaba Cloud Marketplace. Marketplace, all the images will be there. All the images of particular instance will be there. We can install that. Then these are the different market images supported. First one is system image. This is Alibaba Cloud system disk image. It is provided by Alibaba Cloud. Then custom image. You can create the image of your ECS instance, your virtual machine. You can create image for your virtual machine, and you can import that. Okay. Then marketplace, pre-installed from the Alibaba Cloud Market. You can get the image from the marketplace also. So 3 ways are there. So now we are moving to Alibaba Cloud Academy. Alibaba Cloud Academy we are going to see. So training and certification, this is the training and certification part of Alibaba Cloud. Okay. It supports the cloud person to have career path and certify in the different area. Currently, Alibaba Cloud support certification in security, big data analytics, DevOps, and machine learning. So if you are interested, you can go to this website, https://edu.alibabacloud.com. Now, you have to know what are the 2 forms of certification is there. In Alibaba Cloud, 2 forms of certification is there. You have to know this. First one is Alibaba Cloud Professional Certification. Okay, if you want to get if you are a cloud aspirant, and if you want to get certification in the area of big data, cloud computing, and cloud security, you can go for Alibaba Cloud Professional Certification. Again, one more certification is there, Alibaba Cloud Technical Certification. So you think the scenario that if you are interested in DevOps, and you want to get certification in container technology, that is Docker container alone. Okay, Docker container is a Swarm container is there. If you want to get certification in Docker container alone, so you can go for the Apsara Cloud Technical Certification. Okay. If you want to get certification in broader area, that is cloud computing, big data, and cloud security, you can go for Alibaba Cloud Professional Certification. And if you want to get certification in a single domain, that's in DevOps, you are going to get certification in Docker container alone, you can go for Apsara Cloud or Technical Certification. So now this is a sample certificate, which is for the certification. It's a cloud computing certification, associate certification, and this is what clouder certification. Now one more way of getting the certification is by using learning path. The learning path is a list of coursework to provide on track to enhance or start new career in cloud industry. If you want to start a new career in cloud industry, you can go for learning path and you can learn some courses. Okay. So currently in Alibaba Cloud, they are providing 4 learning paths. They are providing DevOps, Big Data Analytics, Networking, and Machine Learning. Okay. So it will be very interesting for you to hear by less than $1, you can get certificate in DevOps in Alibaba Cloud, in Big Data Analysis, Networking, and Machine Learning. Okay. So that if you are getting certificate by using learning path, we will tell that certification engineer certification. You see, this is one of the certification, DevOps engineer. If you are getting certificate in DevOps, you will be DevOps engineer by using learning path. Okay. Now we are moving to the next topic, that is how we can use for the students, how Alibaba Cloud is providing some offer for the students nowadays. So now we are going to see what are the offers provided by Alibaba Cloud to the students. So eligible university students, Alibaba Cloud is providing free cloud computing courses and e-learning resources will be provided. Now the students, those who are eligible, they will get free ECS instance. Okay, Elastic Cloud Compute Service. That is, they can create a virtual machine in Alibaba Cloud, and they can use it for 1 year. Okay, and that students can get 10 free cloud certification. Okay, free certification, 10 certification you get freely you can get from the Alibaba Cloud. Okay, it is a benefit for the student. So what you have to do is just you have to register as a student. You have to choose your college name and you have to register as a student. And you see, you are getting a ECS instance, that is, you are getting a virtual machine you are going to create in a Alibaba Cloud, and you are getting it for 1 year, and you are getting 10 free certification you are going to get. So now we are going to see the demo, how to create an account. First we are going to see how to create a student account. I hope that most of them will be students in this webinar. So what I am going to do is I am going to create a student account. I told that what is the advantage of student account? You can get one year free a virtual machine. Okay, and 10 certification you can get free, and free e-learning courses you can get. Okay, this advantage of the student program. Okay, now I am going to explain. I am going to display a video on how to create a student account. So one more thing, listen all of you. So if you want to create an account, a student account, Paytm is compulsory. Okay, Paytm is compulsory. That is you have to bind your account with the Paytm. Okay, for the student case, no, in the case of student registration, your amount will not be reduced. That amount will not be debited. Okay, the amount will not be debited from your Paytm, but you have to bind your Paytm account. That is compulsory here. So you go to Alibaba Cloud Academy, edu.alibabacloud.com. You go to edu.alibabacloud.com, go to academic cooperation. you can find this is one of the program for faculties. Okay, faculties also we can register in Alibaba Cloud, and you can get free certification. Okay, now I am explaining only for student development program is there. Just you click apply. Okay, faculties also you can register. Join now. Okay, join now. You click join now. Now see, first you got to register. Okay, first you got to register with your. Please one more thing. While registering, please provide the correct information. Okay, verification will be there. If you are uploading some certificate, they will verify your name with that certificate. So I am giving my email ID, but I didn't verify till now. So just for demonstration, I am going providing it. Okay, confirm. Now you can verify by email or phone number. Okay, I got the number, verification code I got. I am verifying this. So now you have to provide the basic information. Individual account. You are going to create an individual account. So you cannot create enterprise account. It is a companies only they can create enterprise account. You can create individual account. You have to provide your name. Okay, we have to provide a name. Now I am going to skip this. You have to provide a correct name, address. So again, here you have to provide the correct phone number to verify. It will send the OTP to your mobile. You have to verify that. So now you have to verify your mobile number. For me, it is since I am using different numbers, it's coming some error is there. For you, it will work. Okay, if you are using first time, if you are registering, it will there's no problem for you. Okay, now click submit. Click submit. So now you have to provide the payment information. Okay, I told you already. You have to bind your Paytm account. I hope that every student will have the Paytm account. But you see, the amount will not be debited. You have to know here. The amount will not be debited from your Paytm account. Okay. So for just for the security purpose, they are asking the Paytm account. So you have to bind your Paytm account with Alibaba Cloud. To bind. Just you have to give your phone number. Just you have to give your phone number, and you have to provide the verification code. Just and you have to provide the verification code. Now your Paytm account will be binded to the Alibaba Cloud. Okay, this is just for verification. Okay, the amount will not be debited. Okay, so now it's done. Okay, now you can go to your console. Okay, now you see you have to go to the console and you have to register as a student. Okay, so directly You can see console. Console option is there. It's a, you got a mail. Now you go to console. Okay, you have to go to console. That's account management. You click that console and go to account management, or you can go by clicking the console also. Account management. So you can see the basic detail, account detail. Your name will be there, your login, password, mobile number, yeah, all the details will be there. Now you see student certification. You can see in the left side, no student certification. You can go to student certification. Now, if you want, you can provide the basic information. Okay. So real name is very, very important. Real name, you have to provide your real detail. Okay. Verification will be there. So you have to provide your real detail. That is, you can provide certificate, passport, or driving license. You can provide, and number you have to provide. Okay. The important thing you have to listen while creating the account. Now we see. Now you go to student certificate. You see student certificate. Student certificate. You click here. It will ask for a region, country, and then it will ask for institution name. Okay, in the drop down, all the institutions will come. Your college name is also there. Okay, so you can choose that and you can register. Okay, so you can see here St. Xavier's Catholic, I have chosen that. So you have to choose your college here. Okay, and you have to give your mail ID, and you see some documents. Okay, you can provide your college ID, or any other documents, supporting documents you can upload. Okay, to get the free account, you have to do this process. Okay. So once again, I'll repeat, for getting the free account for student account, what you have to do is you have to go to console. First, you have to create an account in Alibaba Cloud. You have to go to student certification. You have to click that, and you have to choose your college, your name, and you have to upload your credential. Either you can upload your college ID, or from Anna University you can upload your certificate also. Okay, your semester certificate also you can upload. That's not a problem. You know, you see. Now I am going to choose your college here. All the colleges are present. Okay, just you give the first two or three letters, you will get the college name. Okay, you see here, your college name is coming here. Okay, you have to choose your college. Your college you have to choose, and you have to upload the data. It will take one week. Okay, it will take. Summarize this video account you have to create. Then you have to log in to the console. You have to log into the console. You have to log into the console. Then you have to click student certification. Okay, student certification. You have to choose your college. And then you have to upload the detail. You can upload your college ID card. Okay, so that within 1 week your student account will be activated, and you can use one ECS, one virtual machine you can create in Alibaba Cloud, and you can use that for 1 year, and you can get 10 free certification you can get, and you can get e-learning resources free. Okay, these are the benefits you are going to get from Alibaba Cloud. Okay, now we can see how to create a virtual machine. Okay, so our topic is creating a virtual machine in Alibaba Cloud. We are going to create a virtual machine in Alibaba Cloud. So now we can see how to create a virtual machine in Alibaba Cloud. So now virtual machine is a ECS instance here. Okay, ECS, that you have to know here. So we will not tell us virtual machine. We will tell in Alibaba Cloud, we will tell us a ECS instance. Okay, in case of AWS, we will tell us EC2. Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, in AWS, different names will be there. Okay, but generally we can tell us VM. Okay, in Alibaba Cloud, the virtual machine we will tell us Elastic Compute Service (ECS). Okay, so now we are going to see how to create ECS. Okay, now you see in this demo, what I have done is I have created a virtual machine, that is ECS. I have created an ECS in Singapore region. In Singapore region, I created ECS. Okay. Now we can see how to create a virtual machine with a few button clicks. Okay, button click. We are going to create a machine within a few button clicks. Okay. Now I will explain how to create a router, how to create a switch. Everything will be done automatically. Okay, we did not want to create a switch. We did not want to create a router. Everything will be done automatically. I told already it is abstraction layer. Okay, it is not visible for you. It will be created automatically by the Alibaba Cloud. So now you have to log into your account. Okay, it is a student account. You can log into the account. So now you go to console. Okay, you have to go to console. Okay, you see, you can find the all the details here. So first, what I am going to do is I am going to create Elastic Compute Service. You see, this all of the services present. Okay, more than 200 plus services are present. We are going to see only one service out of that 200 plus services. Okay, so you have to click Elastic Compute Service. So you click Elastic Compute Service. So now you can see this is a dashboard. Okay, if any instance are there, it will be present here, but there is no instance. So for creating the instance, you have to click create. Okay, so for creating the instance, you have to click create instance. Okay, create instance. You have to click, but there is no instance till now. Okay, now create instance. Create instance. You have to click. So create instance is what you are going to do. You are going to create a virtual machine. Okay, now you see I am going to billing method. I told two billing methods of pay-as-you-go model. Now you can choose the region where to create the virtual machine. Okay, I told that totally 21 regions are present. In any region you can choose. Okay, if you want you can choose Mumbai also. Okay, now I am choosing Singapore. Okay, Singapore. Now zone, you see in Singapore 3 zones are there. Okay, 3 zones are there. I am told that. Okay, each region contains different zones. Why we are providing zone is to provide high availability. Okay, each zone is separated by separate power supply and networking. Okay, so you see here what you can do is you can choose random or you can choose the zone. Okay, if you are giving random, Alibaba Cloud will be automatically choosing the zone for you. Okay, so in my case I have chosen random. Okay, so that Alibaba Cloud will choose the zone. So now here you have to provide the configuration. So what type of machine you need, what type of configuration for the instance you need, you have to choose this. So since it's a demo, I am going with the basic. Okay, since it's a demo, so which is nothing but a configuration. What type of CPU, what type of memory, everything you have to choose. Here, since it's a demo, I am going with the basic. Okay, so I am choosing this 100%. Okay, you can change the configuration also. After creating the instance also, you can change the configuration. Now you see this is the image. I told already marketplace image, public image, custom image, shared image, and marketplace image. Okay. You see marketplace image, I already told. If you want to create a WordPress application, first choice is either you have to manually install everything, or the second choice is you can go for marketplace. Within a 5 minutes, you can create a WordPress application. Okay, by using marketplace image. Now you see here in this particular demo, what I am going to do is I am going to create a public image. I am going to create a Linux OS from public image. Okay. So now public image. I'm not going for custom shared. Okay, public image. I'm choosing Alien Linux. Okay, it's one of the flavor of Linux and 64-bit. Windows is also there. You can install Windows also. But now I'm choosing Linux. It's one type of Linux. CentOS Linux. Okay, Cend Linux. Now disk. Okay, you need to storage. Okay, so that you can give storage. I am giving 40 GB storage. Okay, 40 GB. Since it's for a demo, I am choosing 40 GB. If you want to add additional storage, you can do that. Okay, now next networking. Okay, networking, you see, I told. Okay, now you see networking. VPC will be created automatically. And default switch will be created automatically. Okay, I told no, we cannot see this. Okay, so it is abstraction layer for us. So VPC will be created automatically, but you can create VPC also. VPC and switch we can get, but we cannot see that physically. Okay, that's it. Okay, so default VPC, it automatically default switch. Okay, so automatically one VPC will be created for you and switch will be created for inside that VPC. In that switch only this particular ECS resource is connected. That you have to know that. Okay, then you can set the ports. If you are using HTTP application, you can set 80 ports. Port 80 you can enable. Okay, now I am not going to create any application. Just I am going going to run the ECS instance. Okay, so now you have to set the password. So either you can set the password in the beginning, or after that, after creating the instance also you can update the password. Now we have to give the instance. Okay, I'm giving our college name, XSCC. You can give any name. If you are not giving the name, automatically some name should be given by the Alibaba Cloud. Now, if you don't want to specify anything, directly you can verify what are the details, all the details, no? The machine details, virtual machine details, you can verify. Okay, what is the configuration, what is the system disk, okay, what is the storage, everything you can verify, and you can create the instance. You can create, now if you are clicking create instance, one virtual machine will be created in where? In Singapore region. Okay, you have to agree the terms. Okay, now virtual machine is created. Now what you can do is you can go to console and you can see the machine which is created. Okay, in the dashboard you can see the machine which is created. Now see, the instance is running, instance name is there. So now listen carefully here. You see, I told already, when I am explaining ECS, I told that two IP addresses will be created. Okay, one IP address is for private IP address. You see, 178 is a private IP address for VPC. Okay, this IP address is connecting this ECS instance from the outside world. Okay, if I want to connect from my system, I have to use the public IP. I need one public IP. Okay, this is a public IP. You understand? So if you are creating an instance, two IP address will be assigned for the particular instance. Okay, one is private IP. So by using private IP, what you can do is you can communicate with another VPC. Okay, if you are creating some other VPC in some other region, you can communicate. Okay, but see here, using internet IP, that's public IP. If you want to connect to internet, we need public IP. Okay, so two IPs will be created, public IP and private IP. Now you can go to manage. So now it is running. So now what I am going to do is I am going to connect to this VPC. This is not VPC. I am going to connect this instance. Okay, from my system. Okay, from my local system. What I am going to do is I am going to connect to this particular instance which I have created. Okay, particular machine which I have created. Okay, from my system. I am going to command prompt. I am going to command prompt. Type SSH or get the it's a public IP address. You cannot connect using the private IP address. That you have to know here. Okay, private IP address, it is similar to LAN network. Okay, you can connect only with the LAN network. That's inside the Alibaba account. If you want to connect from external world, you have to use the public IP address. Copy the public IP address. So now you see, yes. I have to give the password. Now I will be connected to the instance which I have created. This is an alarm. Alibaba Cloud Elastic Compute Service. It's an instance. It's a virtual machine which I have created in Singapore region. I hope it's connected. Okay. So now, you see, I'm going to stop the instance. Okay, I'm going to stop the instance, and again I'm going to check whether it is working or not. Okay, I'm going to stop the instance. Okay, now again I'm going to connect from my local system. It will take some time for stopping the instance. Okay, this is nothing but power off. You will do in your physical machine. You will shut down your system or power off your system. No, the same thing I am doing here. I'm 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 stopping the instance. Here we'll tell us stopping the instance. Okay, or you can tell us stopping the virtual machine. So see, it is not connected. Okay. Now you see, it's not connected. Why? The reason is I have stopped the instance. Okay, I have stopped the instance. So now I have to stop and I can connect to the instance. Okay. Now this is a machine. This is a physical machine which is present virtually. Okay. Now what you can do is you can install any software in the system. Okay. If you want to install PHP, or if you want to install and run Java program, you can do that. Okay. Now I'm going to connect. It's asking the password. Now it is connected. So now it's connected. Okay, Alibaba Cloud Elastic Compute Service is connected. Okay, so I hope you understand. That's all of the day today. Okay, now we are moving to the recap. So we completed the account creations. It's very simple. Account creation is very simple, but for students, if you want to create a student account, you have to go to the console, student certificate, you choose your college and you upload your credentials so that your account will be a student account. So what is the advantage of student account is you can create one ECS instance free. Okay. And you can avail all the courses and 10 free certification you can avail, and all the e-learning materials you can avail free. Okay, now this is the final recap. So first we learned about virtualization. We learned what is virtual machine and what is hypervisor. How we can create virtual machine is by using the hypervisor. Okay. So we learned some benefits of virtualization. Then we learned what is traditional networking. Okay. So traditional LAN network. So what are the components present? Switch router. Okay. Same component is present in VPC also. Okay, but it is virtualized. It's virtualized. Okay. So we switch and the router is present. And Alibaba Global Infrastructure we learned in this totally 21 regions are present. In after this, one of the region is present in Mumbai in India. Okay. And 63 availability zone is there. Okay, availability zone is present for increasing the availability. Okay. Now pricing model, 3 pricing models we have learned. Pay-as-you-go model, preemptive model, and subscription model. Then cloud, we have seen about what are the certification provided by Alibaba Cloud. Okay, Alibaba Cloud provides 2 kinds of forms of certification: cloud certification and associate certification. Okay, cloud certification, if you want to get familiar in a single domain. I have told an example. DevOps is a current trending technology. If you want to get certification in Docker container payload, okay, you can go for cloud certification. If you want to get certification cloud computing and big data, then you can go for Potion certification. Okay, another one way of getting the certification is by using the learning part. Okay, some set of learning parts are there, set of courses will be there. You can register for that course and you can get the certification. That certification is engineer certification. Okay, and some Alibaba Cloud is coming with some initiatives for empowering students. That is Alibaba Cloud for students. Okay, so you can create a student account. First, you have to create an account, and you can create a student account by uploading your data, uploading your credentials, and you can get 1 year free ECS instance and free certification you can get. Okay, and finally, we learn we have seen a demo of how to create an Alibaba Cloud account, how to create a student account, and how to create an ECS instance in Alibaba Cloud. Yeah, that is how to create a virtual machine in Alibaba Cloud. We have learned. Okay, that's all of the day. Thank you for your patient listening, and thank you one and all. So if you have any doubts, you can type in the chat window. I'll be answering for it.
Queries in our feedback. Participants, if you have any queries, you just share in the chat window.
So if you have any doubt, you can type in the chat window. I will be answering for that.
Sir, shall we wind up the session, sir?
Yeah, madam. You can wind up.
Yes, sir. Good evening, all. I thank Mr. Gavaskar S. Gavaskar, sir, for spending his valuable time and sharing his ideas on Alibaba Cloud ECS with us. And also, I thank all the participants from various institutions. Finally, I thank our management for providing us an opportunity to conduct the webinar on this session. Thank you. Thank
So,
you all.
madam, one small query is there.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the cost is in this cloud purchase, sir? Okay. So it's I told already purchase pay as you go model. It's a pay as you go model and subscription model is there. If you are going for a long term, I think that I can tell one best example for this. If you are doing a research project, you think that you are going to do a research project and your system configuration should be high. Okay, if you have to process TB type of data, you have to process. Okay, traditional system cannot process that. Okay, so what you can do is moreover you think the scenario that you are purchasing hardware for that. Okay, you are purchasing hardware, it will cost more, and you are purchasing the hardware, and you think you will not use for more days. Okay, only for research you are going to do that. So you will use for 1 or 2 months or 1 year you will use that. Okay, so what you can do is you can go for cloud service, cloud provider, and you can purchase that. The cost will be more or less for you. Okay, that's the thing. So in this case you can go for subscription model. Okay, if you are going for pay as you go model, it is a loss for you. Okay, you are going for a long time, that's 1 year or 2 year you are going, so you can go for a subscription model. Okay, that's it.
So
That's
thank
all.
you, sir. Thank you for this information, sir. Participants, I have posted the feedback link in chat box. Kindly fill it. After filling the feedback, you can leave the meeting. Thank you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. The link is not opening, ma'am. Hello?
Sir, I have sent a link second time, sir. You can use it.
Yes, ma'am, that is also not opening. It seeks for permission. The page is not opening.
Just a moment.
Please.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
we'll post it again, sir.